Hi, this is Kirk Harber here, and in this video we're going to take a look at how to play Welcome to the Jungle, the first guitar solo. We'll do it in little pieces, little chunks, and then we'll stitch them together and practice them in time. Okay, so first chunk is going to be low open E string, and then our first finger, 4th string, 11th fret. At the same time, second finger, 12th fret of the 3rd string. We play those notes together, and then we slide them up. Keep your pressure in your fingers, don't pick it twice. You only pick at on the first note, then you slide. And then finish that off with the low open E. Then our first finger is already down where we need it. We're going to do a quick little hammer onto the 14th fret, and then we're going to play the 3rd string and the 4th string, and hopefully you left that second finger on the 13th fret of the 3rd string. We'll play those two notes together. Okay, and then we're gonna rest, or we can play another open E, doesn't matter, and we're gonna repeat that double string note and give it a little wiggle. Okay, here we go in time. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. All right, next little chunk. I'm actually going to start it from the last note where we had these two together. Okay, we're tying over the bar so we don't play on beat 1, but then on the end of 1 we're going to play our 12th fret. Put your first finger across the 3rd and the 2nd string. Okay, then go back to these two notes on the 3rd and 4th string. Then lift them so they're only just touching the strings, and it makes this clicky sound. We do 2 of those, and then we go up to the 16th fret with your pinky on the 3rd string. Use the pinky, and the 15th fret on the 2nd string with the ring finger. Okay, we play those together. Give it a little wiggle as it goes. Okay, here's that part in time. I'm actually going to start from the and after 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, next chunk is starting on that low open E you just heard. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I pretty much played it all out for you in time there. It's just starting on low open E, that same slide as the very beginning. 2 open E's, and then we keep our second finger where it is, add our pinky to the 15th fret of the 2nd string, play those 2 notes together, and then you can do another low open E to finish it off. Here it is, a slightly faster altogether. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. So on to the next page here. Then we're going to have our next page. Let's see, there it is. Our next page is going to be a little tricky. So we had that 15 and 13 ringing. Okay, it's going to tie over. We're going to count beat 1 E, and so this is a little tricky here. Beat 1 is these ringing. Okay, then we pull off quickly to 12. See, I just took my finger without picking and flicked it off. That's how you do a pull off properly. And then right away we're going to get on pinky on 15th fret of the 3rd string, ring finger on the 14th fret of the 2nd string, and we're going to slide up to the just 1 fret and then kind of let it trail off. Okay, so from the end of that last one, I think I'll connect it to that so you can see how that works. Oh, you know what? In the last one, I think I forgot to play the very last note, which is the 15 and 13. Okay, so that would have been on the and of 4. So we would have been like 4 and 1 E and okay. So play through that nice and slow. Watch when I explained where fingers go. Here it is one more time. 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3, and then we're on to the next part. Okay, the next little chunk, kind of in the last half of that bar, after beat 3 and 4. So all I'm doing is barring my pinky across the first 2 strings at the 15th fret, And then I got this thing where I kind of slide into a 6. Okay, so you pick it slightly before you get there, and it catches the sound of your finger dragging into 6. It's a cool little technique. And then without picking it again, you're going up to the 16th fret. Is that the 18th fret or the 16th fret? It's the 18th fret. So I'm at the right one. And then you're going to put your first finger on 17 on the 2nd string, and then you're going to go 19 on the 1st string, and you're going to bend it up a 1.5 bend. So it's going to sound like this. It's a pretty big bend, 1.5 step. You get your other fingers on the string. They don't need to be in the same fret. They just need to press on that string. If you hook your thumb around here, you're squeezing, so you can squeeze together. Okay, so here that is in time. I'm actually gonna connect that with the bar before and do it nice and slow, because that's a bit of a tricky part, and I want to make sure you get it. So there we go. 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, that's like a triplet there, so like 1 triplet. It'll make sense when you do it faster. So we're letting that bend hold for like pretty much 2 beats. Then on the 4th beat of that bar, we do this little triplet again. Actually, is the rhythm. That's like a little walk down from 19, 18, 17, and a full bend. This is tricky with one finger. Has to sound like it's going from here to here. Tricky with one finger. If you want, bring your other fingers down with it. Okay, and then at that point, actually that works well, because then we're going to go 15, 16. Notice how I lifted that finger up when I did 16, because it's going to go down on the 2nd string, 15th fret next. Okay, so that little chunk there, starting at the triplet on beat 4, so 2, 3, 4, let 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and okay, I did that opposite. I meant to go and 4. So let's do that one more time. 3 and 4, let 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, that's that next note we're going to start on. Okay, so next little chunk, if you caught that, I bent on that like very end of the 4th count. I bent up on I slid back with my 3rd finger, so I have more than one finger to help me out. 2nd string, 15th fret. Okay, and then back down, and then pull it off to 12. Okay, and now we're going to do a 14th fret of the 3rd string, full bend, and a little half bend and back down. Okay, so just to chunk that all together, I'm going to go from that little bend we had on the 15th fret at the very end of that last segment. So we got like 4 E and triplet, 1 E and 2. Okay, so just to kind of tie that in, I'm gonna overlap a bit here. I'm gonna start at the I'm gonna start from this little 14 on the 3rd string. So we got 1 E and 2, pull off to 12, 14, 12, 2 14s on the 4th string, 2 13s on the 5th string. Okay, so that chunk again from when we start on 14 on the 3rd string. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4. Okay, I lost my counting there a little bit. I'll do it slightly slower. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. And we end on 1 there. Okay, so assuming that you've practiced that over and over and you have that down well, I'm going to start from that 12 I just landed on the 5th string. It was after our 2 13s. And that 12 ends on beat 1. Okay, so this part here, just looking at that now, when we do 13, we actually need to slide down and use our third finger on the 12, so we can pull off to 10, and then end on a 12 on the 6th string. Okay, so we had two 14s, 13s, end on the 3rd string, bend up, down, pull off, and the 12. And then there's an artificial harmonic on the 8th fret with a bend and a half there. Okay, artificial harmonic, you're just gonna let your string, press really hard into the string, let it snap up against the side of your thumb, and you have to kind of find the right spot on the string, move it around, try that out, and you'll feel it. Also called a pinch harmonic. And at the very end of that, we're just gonna go 11 on the 4th string, a C sharp, and give her a slide down. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff there. I'm going to kind of recap those last few sections. I'm going to start from where we were at, where we did that little bend on 15, like right at the tail end of the one section, and we went into the little pull off to 12. Okay, so I'm going to count through that all and try to help you make sense of how the timing goes for that. So 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, I missed my harmonic there. Sometimes if you don't get in the right spot, it doesn't make any sound. It's just how it goes. Okay, so then you're into the 3rd verse. You might want to try watching this. Once you learn all that, you can do it. You might want to try watching the video at this video at double speed, or the actual song at half speed on YouTube, just so you can do it a little bit faster to help get it all the way through. Okay, so if you don't know these little chunks yet, you can't try to play it all the way through. So watch this video. Make sure you do lots of stopping and pausing, and use the half speed function on YouTube if you need to. If you take your time and just do it in little sections, you'll get it no problem. All right, good luck.